Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Media Truda to welcome to Scanner Somba, a fascinating game made by Introversion. Now you may know them because they were the original creators of Prison Architect. In fact, this is literally what they worked on straight after they completed Prison Architect. In a rather major swerve from their existing projects, they decided to make a spelunking game, where you're exploring in utter darkness. But okay, let's dive into this, because when I say utter darkness, it is utter darkness with a bit of a twist, which is, unlike, your standard cave exploration game, where you'd probably have, say, a flashlight with limited batteries, and would you believe it occasionally flickers at dramatic moments, etc., etc. On this occasion, no. Our protagonist here was not smart enough to bring a flashlight, or maybe he dropped it in, the utter darkness and whatnot. Instead, we've got a rather different toy to help us along. One that really makes this game rather cocking special. So, yes indeed, I've got a strange little headset right here. I'm not going to be using my own eyes on this occasion. And instead, I've got a weird gun, McGibble. A gun that fires like rainbow dots or something. I think this is called LiDAR, but I'm not very good at, science and whatnot. But if I just, hold right trigger for a second, you'll notice as we just start turning around here, I'm basically painting the level in tiny rainbow dots. Meaning if I'm getting close to something, it's going to be in red, and meanwhile colder colours mean further away. But obviously, yes, the fact that I'm literally painting surfaces means, you're painting surfaces. So let's say, for example, I do a lot of firing in this sort of a direction in order to properly paint the wall and whatnot behind my tent. Well, the tent's getting in the way of a lot of the blobs, meaning there's a huge amount of territory around the back of the tent that hasn't been painted at all. So this here is how we're going to be exploring. The cave is in absolute pitch darkness, but using the tiny dots, I can figure out roughly what's going on. As long as I don't get myself confused by, only painting one side of a thing, so then when I go past it, I don't really, know what's going on the other side. So, it's just really rather special looking, isn't it? Because yes, once you've got a dot down, you can see it forever, because your headset can detect it, even though, you don't have a direct line of sight anymore. So, yeah, you can see all the way back to literally where we started the game. That's my tent, all the way back there. And if we just, keep on keeping on a bit deeper into the cave, try and find the way to move forward and whatnot. Here we go. This looks good. So we've got ourselves a tunnel in this direction. Yes, right now it's just, lovely and pretty. We're just, finding our way. But, as I say, there's a bit more to this game than that, as we just go deeper and deeper. No one had been as deep as this for thousands of years. Yes, indeed, there's a bit of a story. I was alone. No call for help would ever reach the surface. All my friends told me I was crazy. My wife couldn't understand my obsession. So alright, just keep on keeping on, deeper and deeper. But I had to know if the myth was true. So okay, to my mind this goes one of two ways. Either the myth is hey, there was a secret super awesome treasure in the cave. That, means eventually we find a treasure. I go home rich. I take my wife on a really, really nice vacation to say sorry for all the time I've been spelunking, rather than, taking care of my kids or whatnot. But, yes, I'm guessing the alternative is, much worse. Because the alternative is probably, I wonder if there's a monster in this cave. And, speaking of which, just look at that. Being able to see all the way back to your tent right at the start over there. That's cocking lovely. So, okay, let's just mosey on. Make sure we paint every surface. And every surface from every angle. Otherwise, I'm not going to have a complete picture of the room. I'm just going to constantly make mistakes. I'm going to walk into things that I can't see because they've not been painted. Everything's got to be painted from both sides, damn it. So, okay, just a mosey up to the top of the room, and basically, as far as I'm concerned, we're kind of on a countdown now until things start getting weird and creepy. in the cave. Because things are going to get weird and creepy. Like, it's just a matter of timing, really. Oh, and hello, sexy. Okay. I was just saying I'm the only person who's been down here. But, oh! Just got jump scared by a very helpful, like, scanning device. Right. So, some rooms, there are bits of equipment. But if I'm the only person that's been here, and, like, you know, I didn't make it to this room yet because this corridor wasn't scanned, that does rather imply that I'm very much wrong and I am not the only person that's been here. And that bridge is not several thousand years old. Right. Mosey round the lovely, lovely scanner McGibbles. Keep on keeping on. There's also beeping. Change aperture. Okay. What does that mean precisely? Ah, hang on, I see. Right. Aperture. Super, super dense. But yeah, very concentrated. Or widespread the entire room, but it's going to be highly inefficient. So, probably, yeah, sticking on a fairly low aperture so I can see what's going on. It's not a bad idea. So we've got a bridge here. Make sure we paint that properly. Then just go and go and... Okay, completely fluffed that. That was on me. That wasn't really, you know, the fault of the aperture. That was just my bad platforming. So, okay, I can walk over, like, you know, individual broken slats. But this one, that needs to be gone over. So, okay, just eyes open. The rest of this should be fine. So, okay. We've made it over. The mysterious bridge. But, yeah. Wood, chains. That can't be ancient. Can't be. So, alright. Keep on keeping on. If need be, if there's something we absolutely have to, like, you know, scan urgently, I can now, yeah, properly set... Just kind of decided. Don't really want to be here anymore. Hello? Hi? It's probably just a statue. It's probably just a statue. It's probably just a statue. Hello? Okay. Everything's fine. How about we just leave that thing be, and we just pretend it's not moving, which it absolutely, definitely, it's rotating. Okay, it can just stay over there. And, like, you know, look at me. From a distance, I can probably outrun it. It's an ancient statue. I'm not. It's all going to be fine. It was definitely moving, though. Speaking of which, hang on. Paying a bit of close attention to, yeah, some of the stuff in this room. And just focusing on it. And seriously, I just love painting as a mechanism for exploration. That's lovely. Right. These are not naturally occurring stalagmites. These are definitely constructed things. Yeah. Fallen pillars and whatnot. Just paint all of that properly. Lovely. Right. We're definitely in a world of construction right now. Something has been built. And also... Right. I can zoom in. If need be. Probably best that we, like, you know, paint the bridge. Paint the bridge so we know what's going on. Though, in all fairness, also, we do just want to, like, you know, potentially... Yeah, just paint the entire room. Just a light coating of dots over the entire room just to make sure We understand what's going on, because when I say what's going on, I feel like the floor is a fairly long way down, and we don't want to test just how far down, potentially, especially as... Right, there is maybe a way to get back up, but I'd rather not, like, you know, have to test that. Let's just make sure we have properly scanned. Oh, dear. Okay. Some of the bridges are definitely not looking hot here. So, okay. Scan all the bridges. There are, unfortunately, bits and pieces in the way. But, yeah, by the looks of it, we're going to have to drop off, yeah, here or here. Straight down. Good sound design. Don't appreciate the creak, by the way. Jump. Maybe a little bit wider on the aperture there. That gets me to here. There is a way up, potentially, which is good because that's complete, yeah, garbage. We're not making any progress in there. Right, okay. So back this way. Nice wide aperture. Then, yeah, loop up here. We need to get up to the top path. Everything's going to be fine. Just... Okay, just, yeah, bring in the aperture for the time being. That's a bit of a wide gap, to be honest. Is there any way I could... Oh, hang on. Okay, that's down, unfortunately. Yeah, I was thinking, am I supposed to actually drop down to... Oh, I am. 100% I am. I drop down to here, then I can drop down to, yeah, properly secure that. Then I've made it to the far side of the room. Right. To here. Alright, then to here-ish. Okay, I feel like maybe the statue's decided he's had enough of me being, like, you know, here. The statue's definitely, around now. Statue's just, like, you know, decided to come and hang out. They never ironed out the glitches. That is not what's happening. This is not glitches. You're being cocky stalked by a weeping angel. Alright, that's what's cocky going on. Yeah, sensor echoes from days earlier. Calibrations turn to ghosts. Okay, that might explain the ghost, but it doesn't explain the screaming. Okay, doesn't explain any of the cocking screaming, buddy. And hello, sexy. We have maybe got ourselves... Wait, okay, there's a wall there. Just proper wide aperture. So we get a good view of the entire room here. Though, yeah, not very good at the detail. Here we go. The trick is... How precisely do we cross this area? Because I'm not seeing anything I can really use unless... Hang on. Point it down. Nope. May have just slightly died there. I was just trying to see if maybe there was, like, you know, a platform that I'd missed. Because, like, you know, it was so low that the edge of the cliff was preventing the dots from getting to it. But by the looks of it, no. That's not a thing. So... Okay. Bring it in a bit. Bring it in. I mean, there is a sticky outy bit over there. Like, in theory, this point here is probably my best bet. I say my best bet. No human could make that jump. Okay, it's time to see which precise set of rules for video game jumping we're playing by here. Because sometimes video game characters can do ridiculous jumps. And sometimes they can jump, like, you know, a realistic human amount. So, time to see which school you belong to. And the answer is... realistic human amount. Got it. Oh, there you are, you sneaky monkey. Right. It's not about jumping the ravine. We cannot make that jump. But there is a tiny, tiny path along here. Right. This is what the precise thing is for. You've got to just, you know, wider thing too. It's definitely just a noise. Right, there can be really tiny paths. So the focus can help you find them. But something... just... it's fine. It's a data ghost. It's not a ghost. Data ghost. Nowhere near as scary. Data ghosts don't kill you. I mean, that guy's probably dead. Even if that was, like, you know, a memory, it was still a memory of someone dropping to their death, which I just did several times, attempting to make that jump, but whatever. So, okay, just ignore the data ghost. This here, this feels like a manageable jump, assuming I don't know, John. Use the advantage of height. Alright, straight over here. There we go. Unlike the data ghost and or, you know, ghost premonition, I didn't just die. And now, just passing by the data ghost again. Don't worry about the data ghost. Right, I'm right on the edge here, but I can see there is another very narrow path up, but my own dots from before are getting in the way here. Right. Proper narrow paths. They can be a little bit, you know, hard to locate. And there we go. Jumps. You can't really do much in the way of jumps. But, ooh, burst scan, you say? Oh, now that's cooking useful. Right. I like that. Right, next big cavern. Looks to me like, yeah, I could probably just... oh! Well, we're sliding now, so we're not going back that way. Marvellous. Right. Just slid to the bottom of something. Keep on keeping on. Got to discover the secret behind the myth and whatnot. Where to next? Because, yeah, we've got you. Is that a good jump? I hope so, because I'm doing it anyway. Okay, that should get me over to here, assuming that's a safe amount of distance to fall. I mean, there's no alternative. That's a wall behind me, so... alright! Down we go. I'm not dead, but... right. Just give that a proper detailed scan, please. I would suggest we have found something quite important, and... is it just me? Or does that up there feel less like a person and more like a skeleton? I'm getting skeleton vibes right there. Well, if there's one thing we should definitely do, it's, you know, climb into the skeleton temple while we're passing by. No reason not to. Aside from one small problem, which is, yes, the skeleton temple is a bit blocked up. So, okay. Back out the way we came. We just jumped from over there. Give the rest of this area a proper scan, because I would suggest... okay. We've got an alternative way we can go. So, right. The game is not above misdirecting you. The first door you see, just because it's a gigantic video game door, that doesn't mean that's the one you're supposed to be going into. There's another one hidden behind. So that's the real destination. Alright, may as well use my lovely, you know, jibbly jibble when I can. Certainly makes life easier. It's okay. Temple over 1,000 years old. I mean, that's feasible. 1,000 years isn't really that much in the grand scheme of things. You know, 3,000 I might be impressed. Knew they existed, I'd search for cultists all my life. No, seriously, you're being over-impressed by a 1,000-year-old temple. As I say, you know, add a few more millennia on, I might be interested, buddy. Right, just scope out the rest of the room. Maybe, like, you know, the best option is do a mega scanner, but, like, from multiple angles. That gets you really good coverage from, yeah, multiple different directions. It's okay. Keep on keeping on. Honestly, you may as well just leave, you know, your scanner on all the time. Round this way. That's the entrance. Mysterious tree. So, alright. We found the beginning of something here. Scan at that. Some more trees, or possibly roots, I suppose. Okay. Just make sure we don't miss stuff that was, you know, shaded and whatnot. That's just the far side of the same pillar. Keep on keeping on. Watch out for ghosts that may or may not be real. Honestly, yeah, you should just, like, you know, hammer the... Oh. Right, well, that was a creepy revelation right there. There's just, you know, a creepy man with horns and whatnot. Sure, it's fine. Just deeper and deeper. Maybe just, you know, literally, yeah, scan the entire area. Just to make sure we've got a full picture. Right. Stairs. Follow the stairs. They won't lead anywhere ominous or terrifying, or to, like, you know, more ghosts or whatnot. This is where they perform the sacrifices. Okay. Bit creepier. Got it. Right there. Possibly... the more it showed. Okay, scan the altar in more detail. Keep on keeping on. Things are definitely getting a bit wibbly right now. Give it a full, proper, in-detail scan, please. Thank you. Alright. Altar. Need to make sure we do the altar from every angle, though I see more potential bits and pieces over here. Right. Let's go super focused on the altar here. Make sure we properly paint this. Oh, and by the looks of it, right. Sacrifices as a spectator sport. I get it. It's okay. Nothing there now, aside from possibly... Oh. Indent. That's a humanoid indent right there. Gotcha. Okay. I think we've seen all we need to in that regard. Let's just, you know, mosey on. Right. Keep on keeping on. Need myself a new upgrade, though. Oh. It's just cultists tossing a person off a cliff. In the location where I've maybe already seen cultists, and also it said these were data ghosts, but how could they be data ghosts of a cultist doing a thing they're supposed to have not done for, like, 1,000 years? Okay, I see stairs going in that direction. Alright, got myself... Oh! I've got a map now! Oh, well, lardy-cocking-da! What I don't appreciate, by the way, is the occasional screeching and scratching in the distance, because there's definitely the occasional screeching and scratching in the distance. Sometimes it's like, you know, computer glitching noises. Sometimes. Not all. Okay, we're back in the sacrifice chamber. Just, yeah, focus up for a second to make sure, yeah, we don't drop or anything. That's a wall there. Yeah, there's definitely a humanoid indent on the sacrifice. Like right there, mysterious random noises in the distance. I do not appreciate them. Okay. Is interesting. We've suddenly got... the sound of running water. Feels like this chamber is bloody full of it. Okay, we've got... what is that in the water? Probably just a rock formation. Probably nothing terrifying, though I will say, the water and everything. If I wasn't being stalked by a ghost, I'd be having a lovely time right now. This game is really cooking stunning to look at. Just that effect. The big room scan. That is gorgeous. Oh, and there we go. I can step into the water, but... oh, it's a bad idea. Okay. I mean, that's true. The only reason I can see at all right now is because I'm wearing a headset. An electronic headset. I can see how going into the water would be really, really cocking bad for my chances of, you know, literally ever escaping. So just scan. Keep on keeping on, and... speaking of which... right. I can't go in the water. But the water is the only way to make any progress. Right, hang on. What is that over there? Just give this a good scan. Look for any abnormalities. So... okay. I mean, I guess I've just got to make a run over the water and, like, you know, get to that rock before I, you know, explode. So, okay, just go, go, go. Yes, I know. I'm trying to not explode. I'm trying to not explode. I am trying to not explode. Except I'm not doing a good job of not exploding. Just get to the other side. Right. My thing's still glitching a bit. Just needs to work around the rock. Okay, water. Gotta watch out for water too. Because water is beautiful, but also it will kill you. Like everything else in this cave. Everything in Cooking Caves will kill you. Basically, don't go into caves. That's the moral message we should be getting here. And speaking of which, okay. Another room here. And yeah, you can tell water because the dots literally get washed away and they move in the water. That's so cool. Okay. There's like, you know, an old temple something or another in this particular water. Yeah, because they wash away. If you scan a room, the water is black. It will always just be the absence of dots. Because it will just wash away. So, okay. Keep on keeping on. It's that water. That's more water. We need to not walk into the water. And the question is, yeah, is the temple just a massive bit of misdirection? Like, I don't see anything good going on in the temple. So maybe we're supposed to just, you know, ignore the temple. And ideally the entire water. Water is scary. I don't want to be left alone and, like, you know, on fire down here. Then again, if I was on fire, fire makes light. Ooh, also there were witch trials. Right, okay, sorry. The backstory gets, you know, even more evil at various points. So, okay, after the human sacrifices, that was the point where they started dragging witches down here and drowned them in the water. Got it? Speaking of which, yes. Okay. Avoid that. But the people doing that, they were believing whatever the myth is. Alright, just keep on keeping on. Watch out for water. No. No, no. No. No ghosts. What did I just say? No ghosts. Okay, we just need to go from bit of land to bit of land. Avoid the water. Just skip from land to land. That's land. Right. Jump. And then... Terrible. Terrible time for ghosts. And then one more. That time we could avoid the water. Right, just in the witch drowning chamber. Just a witch drowning chamber. Nothing to worry about. Just, you know, no trouble, ghosts and witches. No trouble whatsoever. Okay, but bare minimum, I can see something up ahead. Tiny bit of distant yellow. Distant yellow means upgrade. Move. Go in this direction. Just need to make sure we find the right way across. Alright, that's all water. All of this is water. But I can probably make a break for it. Give it all a scan. That's the nearest shore. Right, jump. And yep. I get it. There are witches, etc., etc. Everything's fine, just... Where precisely was the yellow blob? I've lost the yellow blob. It was somewhere in this direction, right? It was definitely... I didn't imagine the yellow... There it is, okay. Keep on keeping on. Just move in this direction. Use the very, very small... Something splashing beneath me. Don't appreciate that. Don't appreciate that at all. Just... Scan this area. Right, that's land. That's water. Straight over. And... okay. Sensor resolution has been increased. I have no idea what that means. Presumably it means it's like, you know, capable of adding more dots or something. Okay. I would say I have made it to, you know, the witch drowning chamber. probably plenty of ghosts and horrors waiting for me ahead, but as I understand it, yes, this was a very short little narrative game, so what I've seen so far is probably about half of it, and as a result, I'm going to wrap the video right there, because, you know, this is a fairly linear game. I don't like showing the entirety of a fairly linear game. That seems a bit unfair, especially given this game is right now on sale. You can get this for like £1. I don't know what it is in US dollars, probably about $1.50 or something. At the time of recording, which is today, same day you see this game is on sale. So if you want to know how it ends, you can, for like £1 or whatnot. And I just like tiny experiments like this. I admire a team that makes Prison Architect and afterwards says, hey, I'm going to make a spooky cave horror game all about, you know, using weird rainbow dots to navigate. That's a really cool exploration system. Is this game going to change the world? Absolutely not, but I mean, it's doing something different. I admire different, damn it. So, okay, link in the description below if you want to know how this all wraps up. And yes, indeed, I do just like a game that does something a bit different. So hopefully I can find more super cool experiments like this in future. We shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Scanner Somba. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Now I kind of want to see if I can shoot something out of midair, so... It turns out I'm a genius at guns. Why is it beeping? What's beeping? Oh, my health, because I'm about to die. Everything's fine. You stay the flip down. I wasn't emotionally ready for any of this.